Hey everyone, Teresa Harlow here, your co-parenting champion. And this week we are talking about vacation planning for the co-parent. So family vacations give families an opportunity to relax, reconnect, and let go of distractions. You get to do different activities, go to new places, and have great experiences. And in the end, you're creating memories that both you and your children will remember for the rest of their lives. So, what could go wrong when you're planning vacations? When you're a divorced or separated parent, or when you have a blended family? Well, if real estate is about location, 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 then I would say co-parent vacation planning is about schedules, schedules, schedules. You have parent schedules, kids schedules, step parents, step children, extended family. Maybe you go with a friend group. Maybe you go with a broader group, like some kind of a club or something you belong to. And of course, you have to take time off work and consider your work schedule. And there's school schedules to consider, not to mention sports schedules and other extracurricular. And we haven't even touched on the destination, weather considerations, and travel arrangements. There are enough schedules to absolutely blow your mind. And sometimes I felt like it was going to blow mine, but I'm still here. I survived it. And I really discovered it came down to three basic keys: advanced planning, compromise, and flexibility. So when it comes to planning, you can no longer just consider the people in your household. Look, you and your co-parent live separately, so you've got two households to cover here. And you should probably reach out to them actively as soon as you start to think about the vacations for the year. Ask them, do they intend to have some time together with their child, with your child, for a vacation? Doesn't mean they're going anywhere. Maybe they're planning a staycation. That's fine too. They're not committing to any particular plan, but you do want to get a date in mind. And maybe they don't even know what it is, but maybe you can tentatively lock in a couple opportunities where they can then take those dates and go plan whatever it is they'd like to do with the child. And you can then plan around those dates. If you step on each other's dates in this advanced stage, you can do things about it. You can make room for compromise. Maybe you can check in with a group if you were planning to go with a group and see if they have flexibility in the schedule. Or maybe there is some kind of travel arrangement that can be modified slightly. You may have to get creative with each other. I know one year my ex-husband and I had to meet halfway through each of our vacation weeks in order to trade our son off. I didn't love it because he had to leave his vacation with his dad early and we got to our family vacation late. But in this particular year, it was the only way it worked out because he was in band and he had about 3 to 4 weeks off every summer between July 4th parade and getting into the fall season with marching band. So you do what you can to make it work. And one thing you really can't do is pass the buck on whose responsibility it is. It's not a bigger group's responsibility to manage your schedule, and you can't let them dictate it. You may want to go with a particular broader group of people, and you may have always done that. But now that you're considering more than one household, you really have to think about that. So don't pass the buck on whose responsibility it is to plan the dates. It is the two co-parents. That's really it. And it's for both of you to consider all those schedules that we talked about. And next, you want to expect your co-parent to take time with your child. So don't require it, but be sure to accommodate it. Look, and what I mean by that is I've witnessed moms who literally did everything in their power to make sure the children were scheduled all summer for summer camps and sports activities and all kinds of craziness that didn't give any chance for the father to take the kids on a family vacation. And do you think the child thought that was right? They may have been oblivious to it when they were young, but let me tell you, when they got older, I'm sure they thought about that. So if you're a mom or another, not just moms, but dads could do that too. Whoever's doing that kind of behavior, it is going to look back. They're going to look back and realize that you had something to do with it. So don't block the opportunity by scheduling conflicting activities like summer camps and competitions and all this craziness. Get that time blocked out in the calendar and agree on it. And remember what you really want. Let's say that you have a traditional family vacation you go on every year, and your co-parent comes up to you and says, hey, I want to take the kids to Disney on this week, and it happens to be that week. And you're like appalled because you're like, this is the week we always go. I don't even understand why you're asking this. Well, before you fly off the handle, seek to understand. Why are they asking for that particular week? You may learn something like, well, it was the only week where we got these special vouchers and we're going to get, a lot more opportunity to see shows or get fast passes or whatever. Or maybe they just didn't think about it and you're no longer at the, this whole thing is not as high up in their list as it is in yours. And it was an unintentional oversight that all you need to do is bring it to their attention and they can shift plans. Don't assume they're not going to be flexible. So family vacations are important. They're a great opportunity to reconnect, even if you're going to stay home and just throw a tent up in the backyard or go somewhere close by, like an amusement park for a day or two. It doesn't have to be extravagant, but it does give you all an opportunity to connect on a different level than you do during your regular daily routines. So take the opportunity, make sure to plan in advance, compromise, and remain flexible. And don't forget, you might need to get creative. I'm Teresa Harlow, your co-parenting champion. And next week, let's see, what could we talk about next week? How about back to school? I know it's a little early in the schedule for that, but let's talk about some of those considerations because we'll start getting into, that kind of thing. So anyway, thank you for joining and I'll talk to you soon.